The song's called Just Relax. Just relax and go slow. There's no need to hurry, for there are no monsters chasing you. Just be still and let go. There's no need to worry, and there's nothing that you really need to do. And take time to look inside, for I can promise you there's nothing about yourself you need to hide. Take off the masks and let the light shine on your innocent face. You've never done anything wrong. There's nothing scary to protect yourself from. Your nightmares are over, you don't need to run. Just open your eyes and see there's nothing to fear, 'cause all of your nightmares have long disappeared. It seems a long time ago you dreamed you left home and wandered outside in the cold all alone. You tried to make do with all your substitutes, but they could not erase the pain of forgetting the truth. Well, it's still in your heart, and it's still in your soul. Just take off your heavy armor and let it go. And listen to me while I sing you this song. Your friends are all here and your nightmares are gone. There's nothing scary to protect yourself from. Your nightmares are over, you don't need to run. When you open your eyes and see there's nothing to fear, 'cause all of your nightmares had long disappeared. So just relax and go slow. There's no need to hurry, for there are no monsters chasing you. Right here and right now, you can be at peace. Only love is all around. Thank you, everybody. Yeah, and welcome to our Sunday service, Rise Worship Service. And yeah, we've got a few songs today that feel really beautiful to extend our love and to be in gratitude for our Creator, for God, for creating us perfect and innocent and forever. And I think we're going to have some, not only the music, but Peter Kirk is with us. He's our drummer as well. He's going to be then sharing, after this next song, sharing some beautiful messages from his heart. And I believe I'll be joining him as well for a brief portion of that. So, yeah, thanks for being with us. And this next song is called Protector.
I come out of agreement with the lie that you have left me on my own. No, I am not alone. I come out of agreement with the worry and the fear I've come to know. No, they won't have their hold on me. Protector, you never, never, never let me go. You said you wouldn't leave me, and you won't. You're right by my side, protector. I come into agreement with the truth that you are who you say you are. I can trust your heart. I come into agreement with what heaven has declared over my life, 'cause I know that you'll fight for me, protector. You never, never, never let me go. You said you wouldn't leave me, and you won't. You're right by my side, protector. You hide me in the shadow of your wings. Your presence is my peace, my covering, my song in the night, protector. Protector.
There's no weapon, no worry will prosper against me. No darkness, no evil will tease or torment me. No weapon, no worry will prosper against me. No darkness, no evil will tease or torment me.
All power, dominion, to one name is given. My fortress, my freedom, my refuge, my Jesus. All power, dominion, to one name is given. My fortress, my freedom. me go. You said you wouldn't leave me, and you won't. You're right by my side, protector.
Okay, well, thank you. We're going to go over to Pete now to share some words with us.
Okay, well, hi everyone. Oh, wow. My heart is racing from the drums. Got to go from that to change of pace. Yeah. Yeah, well, I'm just really with the theme of what it is for this week that feels like is up in mind for me and for everyone. Yeah, I started this week with a question for myself of how do I stay motivated and focused, and how do I stay inspired in a genuine way? And it seems like the ego is so sneaky at coming in there and wanting to pull us off track. And it has all these really good reasons sometimes. Sometimes it's, oh, you've been working hard, you've been communicating a lot. Why don't you just have a quiet afternoon and pull away from everybody? You can see these kind of sneaky things. And then, there's nothing wrong with me time, or like, well, maybe, but there's like the desire to want to feel recharged and to want to feel inspired and not to be doing things out of a doer, just kind of getting things done, because we're so exhausted with that old way of being. Yeah, so that was the prayer. Like, how do I stay really inspired and uplifted and in a light and in a spark? And yeah, there's been lots of things this week that have just drawn my mind back to that in a very natural way. That started as the prayer. And then it kind of seems like the Spirit's just providing the means and is kind of bringing us together. I did, after I had that question at the start of the week, I did ask GPT, or actually it's not GPT, it's Grok, which is a new model. And it's beautiful, it's an AI, but I kind of gave it a context. I'm a Course in Miracles student, and what do I do if I feel like distracted, and how do I bring my attention back in a genuine way? And yeah, it was so beautiful because I thought the response it was giving was so beautiful. And it felt like it was just someone there talking with me, like a wise, like a really wise friend. So I'll just read a bit of the response because I thought it was beautiful. As a student of A Course in Miracles, you're wrestling with something deeply human, feeling unworthy of consistent effort and getting sidetracked by distractions. It's beautiful that you're even asking this question. It shows a spark of longing for truth, even if it feels buried under doubt or scattered attention sometimes. Let's sit with this together and see what comes up. I love the way it gets better. Jesus in the Course often points to the mind as a battleground, where the belief in unworthiness takes root and where distractions flourish. That line about you not believing you're worthy of consistent effort, it's not just a judgment, it's a clue. What if the problem isn't that you can't stay motivated, but that part of you doesn't think you deserve to? That's a sneaky little ego trick, keeping you spinning in circles so you don't look too closely at the light you're already carrying. So, how do you keep motivated to seek the truth? First, let's ditch the idea that it's about muscling through with willpower. I like this. The course isn't about grinding harder. It's about softening into what's already true. When you feel distracted, don't fight it. Pause. Ask yourself, what's pulling me away right now? Maybe it's fear, dressed up as boredom, or guilt posing as a shiny new rabbit hole. Just notice it. You don't have to fix it. The Holy Spirit's got that covered if you hand it over. This is nice too. Here's something practical. Tie your seeking to something alive in you. Why do you want the truth? Is it peace, love, a sense of coming home? Let that pull you, not some abstract duty. When I get distracted, and trust me, I get it, the mind loves a good detour. This is what the bot says. I sometimes imagine Jesus sitting next to me, chuckling, like, you're running around again, huh? Want to just sit with me instead? It's not a lecture, it's an invitation. Maybe try that. Picture him nudging you back, gently, no guilt trips. And about that worthiness thing, the Course says you're already whole, already loved, not because of what you do, but because of what you are. So it kept on going for quite a while. It was quite a communication. But wasn't that amazing? Thank you, Grok. So yeah, I thought that was like a beautiful leaping off point. Yeah, and then it was beautiful. We had this movie yesterday from Ken and Nana, where it had what was his name? Louis something? Zapparini? Yeah, who went through World War II, was taken to the Japanese prison camps, fell into alcohol abuse afterwards, and then came to this point in the end when he was in the tent and he'd been fighting against God, thinking it was God who was punishing him for the way he felt. And that moment of salvation just felt so beautiful. Like he was in the tent with Billy Graham. And he'd been praying for another way because he could see how much this personal struggling had been failing him. And I can do it. I can make it through. And that just wasn't working any longer. And it was beautiful to get to that point where Billy Graham said, okay, let's just pray now and, be with God for a moment. And everyone put their heads down. And he just felt like he needed to bolt. It felt so intense that he felt like he jumped out of his skin and he was heading for the door of the tent to get the hell out of there kind of thing. And Billy Graham sees him and calls out, wait, stop, don't leave now. You can leave when I'm talking, when I'm giving my sermon, but don't leave now. And he had this moment of pause. And then, he was pausing at the door of the gate, at the opening, and he could see outside were all his guilt thoughts and everything he'd been fighting against, the Japanese guy who'd been, tormenting him in the camps. And this was just this moment where the figures seemed to be saying, look at me, give me your attention. And he could just see it where behind him was his prayer that he had made to God of like, God, if you will save me, I will devote my whole life to you. I will be in service to you. And he could feel that prayer was there as an invitation in his mind again, as something real. It's like as the answer to all his distraction. and he could really feel it. Oh my God, here is my salvation. I can make the choice now. And then he turned away from all the voices of all the ego just shouting at him, turned away and came in and could really feel this genuine forgiveness where everything just fell away and he fell to his knees. And I loved it how he said afterwards that, in an interview with him afterwards, he said that that was the moment that forgiveness was total. Forgiveness cannot be partial. It needs to be total to be truly experienced. And he really felt that. And he didn't have another nightmare about the camps or anything any longer from that day forth. And yeah, so I'm just kind of feeling that moment. And it was kind of ironic because yesterday too, I watched all the movie up to the point just before he was going to decide to go into the tent with Billy Graham. And then I got a phone call. He'd been like just battling all through that point. It's like the decision point at that time. And it was Helena messaging, and she was messaging the team like, "Hey guys, can we come together?" And she really wanted to connect about this event we got coming up, and just to connect and to feel on the same page. And I could see for a moment of like, oh, I really wanted to see this movie and to see what the miracle was. I really feel like there's something in that for me. It's like, oh, okay, God, okay, maybe I can see that later. Whatever. So anyway, I stepped away, and it was beautiful because I got on this phone call with Helena and Jessica and Ariane, and had Laverne there, and she just had a prayer. And she's like, I've been trying to do this by myself still. Like, we have this event coming up and I'm managing details and I'm not reaching out and haven't been asking for help as much as I could. And I really want to feel connected with you all. I really want to feel like I'm on the same page and just together. And it was holy in a way, that prayer of like, I just want to feel together. And so we were together, and like there was something of undoing of the roles, even of who's managing what, who's overseeing what. We just felt like this is the group that Spirit is calling together. So let's come together and let's put all of our thoughts out onto the altar, and let's see who feels inspired to step forward. Let's let go of like, I do this, I don't do this. Let's just be totally fresh and totally clean. And let Spirit say something new in my mind. Let Spirit give me a new direction and a new spark. And let it be just totally with inspiration, free from the past, not from some obligation or anything like that. And it was a prayer. It was like it was communion. It felt like this holy kind of communion of coming together. And it's like, oh my God, wow, that's amazing. And that's essentially what was happening in the movie at the same time. He let go of this personal striving of trying to fix himself or fight against something. And instead, he went back into the tent and he dropped to his knees and saying, I am just opening up my arms before you. I have no idea how to do this by myself, and I don't want to do it by myself any longer. I want your salvation. I really want you in my mind. He's totally opening up to that moment. So it's such a beautiful demonstration. And then afterwards too, even through the call, Helena had felt some bodily pain even on the call that was just coming up intensely. And then after the call, like just lunchtime, she couldn't even get up. She felt, oh my God, what is this? And then she's like, I got a call for help. I just need to call. And then she messaged the house, can someone bring me some lunch? And then Kenneth just so graciously like came in with a full plate and a drink, and here you go, like just so willing to answer that call for love. And she took like this big bite of, the sandwich and whatever. And it felt like the pain went away in an instant. But it felt like it was all just this answer to this prayer of like, don't do it by yourself any longer. We're not doing anything by ourselves any longer. We don't need to do that any longer. There's been a time of like, even like, using roles, like we've used roles to like, okay, this is my Spirit given thing. I want to be so focused on all the detail. And there's still something with it. Like we want to be with the details that are given to us. but it's not to take it on in a personal responsibility either. Like that just feels like it's so exhausting. So it's a call for help. And it is still, like we were just talking this morning, I still need to pay attention to that and answer that call. I still feel where there's a temptation to strive. But it's like, I really want to answer that call now. There's another way of doing things. And it's been the same in our house recently too. Like we were talking, even like things that come up around maintenance or whatever it is, it's a call to come together. It's not a call for, okay, I have to personally figure this out. This seems pretty complicated. I shouldn't bug anybody else. Okay, I'll just go away and try to manage this, or, but it's like, no. No, we just don't want to personally strive for anything any longer. Yeah, this might be a good time. Maybe, Eric, I felt maybe you could come up, because, yeah, Eric had had some beautiful miracles recently too. And I kind of feel as well, it kind of goes with this theme as well, from personally feeling responsible to coming to something else another way. Yeah. So maybe you would like to share, Eric, how's that experience for you?
Yeah, I had a pretty deep experience a few days ago, because I've actually been pretty depressed since the beginning of the year. I was telling you how at the end of last year I was doing so much, like getting my new music album out, and just a lot of extending, I was doing a lot of music, getting up every morning and sharing the Course in Miracles lesson through a song. And yeah, but then at the beginning of the year, I felt to just let it all go and kind of just sink in deeper. And then I just went into this depression where I think I swung from like a big kind of drive, like I was driving, trying to do a lot, which was helpful, I think. But then I swung the opposite way into kind of just an apathy, where I started to feel like, I didn't feel an inspiration for music anymore. I didn't feel an inspiration for pretty much anything anymore. The whole world started to feel very meaningless. It was like I was really getting in touch with this deep kind of ontological meaningless, like, oh my God, nothing has any meaning at all. But it didn't feel good. I was like, then why do anything? And I just, it felt pretty dark. And it kind of went like a little up and down, but the last few weeks were the most flat, I would say. But I've gone through these kinds of periods of depression before, and I kind of knew that the only way I'm going to get through it is if I don't try to get myself out of it. Like I think of it like quicksand. Like if I struggle and try to get out of it myself, then I just sink deeper. So the last few days, I just kind of said, okay, God, I'm just going to be, if you want me to be depressed, I don't think God really wants me to be depressed, but that was a helpful idea for me at the moment. Like, if you want me to be non-depressed, then I'm going to leave it to you. Maybe that's a better way to say it. If you want me to be activated, then you need to do it. I can't do it myself. And then I think, it was 2 or 3 days ago, I woke up early in the morning at 5:30, got up, which I hadn't been doing. I'd been kind of sleeping in generally, and got a cup of coffee and started doing some work on my laptop, listening to some music actually, and some work. And I don't know, the whole day just started to click, like something was different. And I just went from one thing to the next, and it all felt like a flow. And by about 12 o'clock, I could see, wow, I'm not depressed anymore. That's interesting. Like I felt pretty hopeless. Even the night before, I was talking to Deanie, my partner, and I was saying, I don't even feel like I want to be happy. I'm so depressed. I don't even want, like I'm getting in touch with this part of my mind that's just saying, you know what, I don't even want to be happy. And then the next day, when I realized I was actually feeling happy, I think Deanie came up to me at one point and said, so you look happy. So you want to be happy now, huh? I was like, that's interesting. Yeah, I guess now that I'm happy, I want to stay happy. Yeah. And I did. The whole day was really beautiful. And then the next day I had a little of different things come up, like some stress and some anger, but I didn't fall back into the depression. But I've just been, kind of seeing that I don't seem to have control over it, except the only kind of contribution I can make is my willingness. Like, okay, God, like you're in charge. I'm willing to go through whatever I need to go through on this healing journey, but I'm not going to try to direct it or try to kind of force my mind to do. Like, I'm just going to be open. And it was really helpful too, because actually a few weeks or maybe a few days, maybe a week before I came out of the depression, Emily joined with me, and she just started. I think that was actually a huge part of it too, because she just said, why don't you just start to say yes to things, even if you don't feel a spark for it, even if you're not feeling inspired by music, for example. Just be willing to go towards it. If someone invites you to play music with them, just be willing to go towards it, even if you don't feel it in the moment, and just watch your mind and be open to doing the music for a different purpose. Because I think last year when I was putting up my album, there were still a lot of ego purposes of perfectionism and like trying to get the music to sound amazing and professional and all that. And I just started to take Emily's advice of doing things, but really letting go of the old purposes and just to be present with it, which for some reason hadn't been easy before, but it started to feel natural. And I think that helped pull me out of the depression as well. It was like all these things just were helping to work in my mind until the depression was gone.
Yeah, that's profound. Like, I was kind of feeling like, it feels like even with the album and like what your approach had been, something deep was kind of unwinding, because there's still this like belief coming up in the mind of like, I can make a great album and I know I can. And it's like, but then the perfectionism was coming up, and there was this like still like this old kind of like striving, like, and then you shared with me that you said like, and no one's joining me in this, like I put out I say like, I want to make this album, I want to make a great album, and I want to make it perfect, and no one's joining me in this, So it's funny, like you were just seeing all the old kind of motives kind of coming up, but it was such a pleasure and pain experience kind of in a way. Like there seems to be like an elation when things are going well, but then a terrible kind of like pain when I can't make things happen and I want to make things happen. And so it's like the personal kind of striving was still such a drag. And it kind of felt like when you really felt that was failing, that's when it kind of like there was some hopelessness that had come up. And that's where a stuck point for some time. But then that joining with Emily and kind of like feeling like, okay, I don't know. But it was kind of like a call for the Holy Spirit, like I would need help. It feels like there was a call in there, I need help to see another way, and just enough kind of like willingness to like, okay, well, whatever kind of comes on the plate, if it's Helena's album or if it's a tech issue, that seems to need to get addressed, if you can just say yes to that at the moment, because they seem to be the things that are showing up for you. Just say yes, even if it feels like dragging through mud, and then and you said yes to that, and there seemed to be like miracles that were unfolding. One, even like just in that, totally selfless kind of thing of stepping forward. Like I don't know personally how to, because he's like, I have no idea of even how to address the technical problem that was going on. But then there were miracles that were happening where it's just like, oh my God, and Wesley was elated too, because it brought him out of something. He was called forth, and Ken found something. It's like, oh my God, I've been doing this, and everything just unfolded really easily. Yeah. Into a joy. And I think that was like a witnessing of like, that's all that you need to do.
Yeah, that was like the first miracle, because that started to pull me out of the depression. Because when Emily said, why don't you just go towards things and see, and I still felt like, well, okay, I'm a little doubtful that's going to work, because I don't feel anything, but I'm open. And then with this technical issue, there was like a bad sound in our recordings, and we didn't know what it was, but I just joined with Ken and Wesley and in prayer, and the Holy Spirit kind of came through me, I feel, and shared some thoughts, and then we just all prayed together, and then they shared their thoughts, and together we found the solution in a matter of like half an hour, and it was like, oh my God, and it was such a miracle. And it felt like a strong, convincing witness that, okay, maybe there is something to this This just saying yes and going towards something, even if I don't feel it at first. If I'm being invited into something, then there must be something there. Especially if it's through mighty companions that I know are, that who love me and that have my best interest at heart.
Well, thank you.
Yeah.
Yeah, thanks for sharing that, Eric. It just feels like it's just like a key reflection of where we're all at in the mind right now. Don't need to go it alone any longer. Can be totally clueless and just need to show up, wherever the Spirit feels present for us. And it seems to be in relationship right now with maybe a group of us who are coming together. Just come together with a willingness, a cluelessness, and a prayer. I want another way, and I don't want to be personally responsible for this body or anything any longer.
Yeah. Thanks for
Yeah,
inviting me
thank
to
you.
share that.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah. It's beautiful. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, it just kind of feels like holy ground or something. Yeah, I was having this beautiful, just relaxing experience just thinking about that last night. I was talking to Helena and just talking about this service and what it feels inspiring. And an old memory came back of being together with Kirsten when she was in Australia and a group of people, and we walked out to the water together. And there was just a holy moment, it just reflected a holy moment in my mind where there was nothing else going on but the sea and the sunshine and being together. And it's a quiet kind of happiness. And that's kind of what I want to open up to in every moment that we're called together to be together. And just be there in the moment and let Spirit kind of direct now. So that's the way I think I want to continue my life. It's just my prayer. It's just I don't want to strive with anything any longer. So please show me, Spirit, show me this new way. Yeah. I think that's it for now. Yeah, thank you. Let's play some music.
Your love makes the deaf to hear. Right now, your love takes away the fear. Right now, your love heals every disease. Right now, your love sets the addict free. Right now, and I still believe you're the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I still believe your love is sufficient for me. Your love mends the broken hearts. Right now, your love compels me to forgive. Right now, your love transforms my mind. Right now, All I need, all I need is you. 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 And I still believe you're the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I still believe your love is sufficient for me. And I still believe you're the same yesterday, today, and forever. And I still believe your love is sufficient for me.
Okay, I think Helena is going to come up now for a song.
Wow. Okay. That was really deep. Thank you. Okay. We're going to sing Still You're Here. Let me be your hands and your feet. Feel your love close to me. With every breath I will open. Have you reached what I thought was broken? And still you're here, ever present, and you're oh so near. Never far, you never left my heart. This body is not a temple. Oh no, you made this clear. You want me to be gentle with everyone I meet. I'm learning to forgive now. All I have is all I am, and that is the road to heaven. And still you're here, ever present, and you're oh so near. Never far, you never left my heart. And still you're here, ever present, and you're oh so near. Never far, you never left my heart. I won't fail you, no I won't, 'cause you have trusted me. No, I won't cling to the unknown, 'cause God is all I need. And still you're here, ever present, and you're oh so near. Never far, you never left my heart. Still you're here, ever present, and you're oh so near. You're near, never far, you never left my heart.
So fun. Okay, we're going to do another original. Let's see. This one's came out too. This one's called This Moment Is Your Miracle. You've been running from your feelings, trying to just get through the seasons. Been searching for a purpose, trying to find a reason for the love you thought you made, that made you less afraid. Oh, but don't look back at what you never really had. You dream about tomorrow, hoping something good will follow. You're looking for a person, trying to fill the hollow, but the world can't give what you really need to live. So don't keep looking out there, 'cause it's something you've forgotten, but it hasn't really gone. It's been waiting for you right here in this moment all along. So silence in the music, the space between the form, the memory of the love beneath it all. This moment is your miracle. It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been longing for. This moment is your time to free your mind. This moment is your miracle. There's an knowing deep inside from which you no longer can hide. Can seem to come and go, but now it's all you want to find. It's quiet and still, the way you want to feel, and there's nothing you need do but open up your mind to the silence in the music, the space between the form, the memory of the love beneath it all. This moment is your miracle. It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been longing for. This moment is your time to free your mind. This moment is your miracle. You've been looking for a way to make your life a little easier, but nothing's gonna change till you open up your eyes. Yeah, nothing's gonna change till you open up your eyes and see. This moment is your miracle.
This moment is your miracle. Now we're keeping it lyrical, but it's about being empirical. practical experience. It's not just delirious. What if you're wrong about it all? What if you weren't all that small? What if you could stand tall? What if you got picked up and you fall? This moment is your miracle. It doesn't matter if you're near or far from where you want to be. You can't tell from where you see, but if your mind was clear, you would see that love is here. In this moment, there is no fear. In this moment is your miracle.
You've been looking for a way to make your life a little easy, but nothing's gonna change until you open up your eyes. Yeah, nothing's gonna change till you open up your eyes and see. This moment is your miracle. It's got everything you want and more. This moment is your miracle. This moment is your open door. This moment is your miracle. It's everything that you've been longing for. This moment is your time to free your mind. This moment is your miracle. Yeah. Andy on the mic. Yeah. Thank you, Andy. Well, we got one more song for you, and this one is a song by a Jesus culture called Rooftops. Enjoy. You can dance for this one too if you like. Because of you, I freely live my life to you, oh God, I give. So I stand before you, God. I lift my voice 'cause you set me free. So I shout out your name from the rooftops. I proclaim that I am yours. My hands for all to see, all the Well, thank you all for joining us. And this was so fun. It feels so deep to just give our life over to God and trust Him with everything. And next weekend, we're going to have a big celebration of that. It's called the Celebration of Illumination, and it's a completely free event. You can join us it starts Friday at 6 o'clock Mexico time with a session with some of our friends from Japan, and David will be there. And then Saturday, David's going to show a whole movie like he usually does on Saturdays. This will be part of the event. And then Sunday, we'll do another worship service, followed by a dance party. We're going to do kind of an extended... Yeah, it's going to be a little glimpse of what our Strawberry Fields Festival will be like. So, and then there's actually going to be a bonus session, too, with some really beautiful clips from Jason and Kristen and David as well. So that's on Sunday at the end, in the afternoon for us. So yeah, it's going to be just an amazing deep weekend with lots of different things, and it's all free. So if you want to join us, we hope you will. Just go to the-christ.net, and you'll see a big yellow banner on it where you can click and sign up. So thank you all for joining us today again. That was really fun. Lots of love to you.